You guys, I'm sorry. I just like don't care about my hair today. You're lucky I even put on makeup. Not really sure what the title of this video is going to be, but I am going to say that there are going to be some trigger warnings talking about weight, disordered eating, just eating in general. I don't know if I should do any more than that. This isn't going to be, you know, a happy and positive video. Unfortunately, I'm going to be very real, talking about things that I've just been struggling with and that I've been having a really hard time. So if you're not interested in that, definitely click off. If you're feeling like you're in a very vulnerable situation and you don't have the emotional space, that's totally fine. I'm not offended. Please click off, especially if that is what's best for you. I figured that it would just be best to be honest with you guys about how I am doing. So normally I would start this video with my intro, I guess we could call it, which it doesn't, like, I don't know, that doesn't feel right. I guess I'll do it anyways. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. My name is Drew, and this is my channel where I'm normally making videos about my mental health in hopes that it inspires you guys to improve your mental health as well. This video is going to be a little bit different compared to my usuals, but I think what's so important about having a channel about my mental health journey is being completely transparent with you guys and letting you know when shit's getting hard. I want to be honest with you and tell you that, like, I am not always happy and bubbly and excited. Sometimes I'm really struggling, and that's what's going on with me right now. I'm really struggling. So I kind of wanted to break down everything that I'm struggling with and then talk about kind of what my next steps are in helping myself overcome these struggles the best that I possibly can. I think one of the biggest parts with like what I'm struggling with is that I'm not wanting to work on my mental health at all, which is making doing YouTube videos every week really challenging, which is a big reason why I've taken a couple weeks off a little while ago, because I just wasn't there, and I've been trying to be there without acknowledging what's been going on inside of me. Unfortunately, I have been feeling a lot more lows than I have highs, and I have definitely not been like consistent with my mood, and that's been really hard because I'm used to having like a really nice high and then kind of hitting a low and then going back to a high, but it's just been so many lows. It's been hard. It's been really hard. With that, I have like no motivation or inspiration, and I know that motivation and inspiration aren't everything. Like, I'm not sitting here waiting for the motivation and inspiration to hit, but with everything else that's going on, motivation and inspiration are just like another thing added to my list of things that are causing me to struggle. I'm feeling very stagnant right now. Like, nothing is going anywhere. Everything is the same every day, which we're in lockdown right now, so that's kind of how it actually is in general in life. I'm feeling stagnant. And another big thing, which I'm such a huge advocate for on this channel, is like my mindful activities. I haven't been practicing journaling, gratitudes, or just any other mindful exercises that I know benefit me so much. My appetite has been really bad, and I have touched on this briefly in a couple of videos, and this is like going to be the bulk of the trigger warning, because I am talking about eating and weight loss, disordered eating, all that, lack of eating. But I really lose my appetite when I'm anxious. Unfortunately, that is like one of the hardest, I guess, side effects of my anxiety. And right now I'm barely eating. Like, there were some days where I was eating like a bowl of soup and that was it for a whole meal, and I didn't eat it until like 8 p.m., which has been really rough, especially because the store that I shop at is no longer, or is out of those, because I'm pretty sure I bought them all. But even with that, like, I still have no desire for food. I look around at like the things in the fridge and the freezer and my cupboard, and I'm like, I just have no desire for any of them, which is really frustrating. And with all of that, it has resulted in me losing weight, unfortunately. And I am a very small, petite person, and typically my weight hovers between like 110, 120. If it hit 120, I'd be totally okay with that. But when I get to 110, I start to get a little bit worried. I know that I have a problem with my eating situation, and currently I'm under 110. I'm not going to say how much, just because that feels a little too personal for me. I haven't been that way since like college, which was like 6 years ago. And like I said, I haven't been able to eat until hours after I've woken up, which I'm gonna get to my sleeping schedule in a second. But I wake up late and I don't want to eat until like 8 p.m., maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. And even then, I have like not even a meal. Like, I'm seriously eating such a little amount of calories right now. And I'm not like calorie counting or anything. It's just like, I know based on like the very little amount that I'm eating, it's like a concerning amount right now. God, this is so scary to be like saying out loud, holy shit. And if you've seen a couple of my previous videos, you'd know that I'm currently on a new anti-anxiety medication, and that's been really rough because a known side effect is that it suppresses your appetite. I upped my dosage last night on Sunday, like tonight, Monday. Yes, I'm procrastinating this video till the very end. And luckily I haven't noticed any negative side effects on my appetite again, but that was something that I was like super stressed about, upping my dosage. Just like the idea of having even less of an appetite than I already do just feels like shocking to me. I'm going to talk a little bit more about my anti-anxiety meds in a second. Next is my sleeping schedule. I have been sleeping really late and waking up really late, which has been kind of shitty, but also like really nice because I have been like hanging out with my friends late at night. I've been really enjoying doing that and like watching movies and TV shows and stuff with them. And I wouldn't take back any of that time because I've been really enjoying that time with them. But it has also led me to, if there's ever like a time where I am going to bed earlier, I literally just toss and turn for hours until the time when I would normally go to sleep, and I'm finally falling asleep then, which would end up being like 4 or 5 in the morning. And then I would wake up late and my inner voice would spiral to like this negative self-talk of just me telling myself some not very nice things, and that has definitely not helped at all, and it's made me feel really shitty about myself. And that also sucks because I've been waking up really sore. Like my shoulders have been really tight and I've had to like crack my like collarbone shoulder area every morning, which has been really uncomfortable, but I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with my posture. So that's been not very nice. So my new anti-anxiety meds, like I said, they have been negatively affecting my appetite. I think the only positive that I've experienced so far from these meds is they've improved my sleep. Like I actually get a deeper sleep and I haven't been like remembering my dreams as much lately, which is crazy because like my whole entire life I've always remembered my dreams. I've always gotten really bad sleep, especially with having a dog in the bed who goes in spots that make me feel restricted, and I have trouble sleeping when I feel restricted. But unfortunately I haven't been experiencing any improvement on my anxiety, but I am at a very low dose. Like I said, I did just up my dose, so the doctor said that that is normal to not experience any positive effects from it yet. It's funny because the improved sleeping is apparently a side effect, so hopefully that's a side effect that'll stick around because I've been really enjoying that one. I am quite nervous to continue upping my dosage. I'm hoping that today was a really good sign of no additional side effects, but we'll have to see about that. So I'm a little nervous, but so far so good, I guess. The next one is that I have been barely drinking any water. I am on like my 3rd water challenge, like of the same challenge, trying to complete that, and I've just like failed every single time, which I really shouldn't say that I've failed. I just have gotten distracted, I guess. And because of my lack of drinking water, I've also been dealing with like extra soreness and extra headaches on top of the headaches that I'm already getting, like tension migraines that I've always gotten. I'm also getting dehydration headaches, so that's not been very fun. I think that the part that's like the hardest about this, or that's making everything even harder, is the fact that I'm just like negatively talking to myself. Like my inner dialogue is just like not being nice to me right now. I've been feeling like a failure lately, especially with like struggling with my YouTube challenges. That's been like really, really frustrating me and just making me feel like shit. And I'm also feeling like a failure because my appetite is just all kinds of messed up, and it's that feels very defeating. That one feels really defeating because I know how important eating is, and I know how much my body deserves to thrive and to get nourishment, and it's just been really hard. Another thing that's been kind of rough is that therapy feels kind of stagnant, and I'm kind of blaming myself for that. Like I feel like I'm not diving into my trauma as much as I was, and it's so silly to think that that's my fault because I know that healing and growth isn't linear. It's a whole roller coaster, and I think that's something that I've been forgetting to remind myself of. I've also been thinking a lot about how life sucks right now, and I would have been traveling if you know what didn't happen, and that is like making me somewhat resentful because quite literally stuck in my house at the moment. Like Ontario is currently in a lockdown for like over 2 more weeks. Yeah, so it's been rough. I've just been talking badly to myself. I don't like doing that. Even like self-deprecating humor, I've mentioned that before. I'm not a a fan of self-deprecating humor because your mind can't tell the difference between what you mean about yourself and what you don't mean. I've also been treating myself badly. I haven't been caring about screen time and staying up too late, even though I know that I'll feel a lot better if I go to bed earlier. And I haven't been doing self-care. Like, the most I've been doing is like exfoliating in the shower. But yeah, I think that's about everything. I have a script here that I've been reading off of just so I don't forget, because I know that if I forget anything, then I'll be really frustrated with myself because I'm a perfectionist. Everything that I've just told you is all stuff that I've been somewhat silently struggling with. It felt really wrong to not tell you, but it also felt really scary and emotional to write an entire script and make a whole video about this and then put that video on YouTube and share it with my friends and my family and the people who may not be aware of how much I'm struggling because I haven't said anything to anyone. I don't think I realized how emotional and difficult making this video was gonna be. But I'm really hoping that now that everything is out there and you guys know kind of what's going on with me, that things will maybe start to improve even a little bit. And maybe, unfortunately, some of you guys will relate to the struggles that I've been going through. But yeah, I just really hope that this is the part where maybe things turn around a little bit and I start to get a little bit of a high and things just start getting a little bit better. Now, I do have a flexible plan in place to hopefully help get me into a better mental and physical state. And when I say flexible plan, I just mean that if I mess up or if I get behind, then I'm not going to be hard on myself and I'm going to modify that as how I'm feeling day to day to really listen to my body and listen to my needs. I'm currently working on, well, restarting actually an appetite challenge. I'm kind of repeating a challenge that I've already done once on my channel, and that went really well, so I'm hopeful that this one will go well as well. And I'm really hoping with that I'll be able to eat more mindfully and just make food and eating and my appetite, bring it into a positive mindset in my head instead of something that I'm struggling with and centering it around struggle. I'm also, like I said, working on a water challenge for the third time. As they say, third time's the charm. I do have a few more ideas I plan on implementing into challenges for my channel, and I'm hoping that I will be able to get those challenges done in the near future and you will be able to maybe get some inspiration from them. Hopefully those challenges that I have an idea for will help to like improve my sleep schedule, my internal dialogue, and just help with more of the things that I'm struggling with. I'm sweating a lot, I'm nervous. I'd also really like to spend more time focusing on self-care days. I've been really slacking on them lately. Same with mindfulness and just positive self-talk. I know that talking about this in a video, like writing out a script for it, makes it sound really easy, but I do know it is going to be very challenging. The challenges are going to be challenging, but I also know how much better it's going to make me feel. I know that I need to do the work while also maintaining self-compassion and just listening to what my body needs. I really hope that you guys are looking forward to the upcoming videos that I'll be putting out there. If you guys have any challenges that you'd be interested in seeing me do or ones that you think might help, please leave them in the comments below. I would really appreciate that. I'm also thinking about doing another reading challenge because I know how much that tends to help my mental health, but I can't think of any that are like sustainable. So if you guys have any reading challenges, please leave them in the comments below. If you recommend like 30 books in 30 days, I definitely won't do that. That's just absolutely not sustainable for me right now. But let me know if you have any ideas. I'd love to hear them. Anyways, you guys, this is it. This was a lot of me emotionally dumping, and I want to thank you guys for holding a safe space for me. I hope that none of you guys related to this. I hope that everyone's doing better than I am. But if you are relating to this, I just want you to know that you're not alone. I'm here. I'm your friend. I'll be your supportive friend if you need one. I hope that you guys are able to face your own struggles. I hope that my videos at least bring you guys some kind of happiness. I hope that they help you in some way. It was really wrong to like ask you guys to like and subscribe and all that stuff. I guess if this is something you guys can relate to, you can hit the thumbs up button, and if you want, you can subscribe. This is not a super positive video to want to subscribe to, but I do have other positive videos on my channel that you guys can check out. I'll put a playlist up here of other videos that I've got, challenge videos if you're interested in those. if you guys want to hit the notification bell for the future videos that I will be making after this video that I'm making right now, and all the challenges that are going to be coming up, that hopefully you'll see me slowly improving my mental health as I go. Be sure to hit the notification button for that. And if you want to keep up with me, be sure to follow me on social media. I'm very much on Twitter. I'm not really on very many other social media apps, if I'm honest, but I'm also very outspoken on Twitter, so keep that in mind. There's no obligation to follow me on there. It's cool. This was a really exhausting video to make, oh my god. All of this stuff has just been like stuff that I've been trying to just get past and really struggling with. And I'm really grateful that I have a little safe space here on YouTube where I can just tell you guys what's been going on with me. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to tell you, and I hope you guys are doing well. I'm here for you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.